Is this real life? Am I really making a YouTube video right now? I'm so excited to be here. So thanks for coming to watch my very first video ever. For those that don't know, my name is Eden and I am best known for being obsessed with Jesus and talking about relationships. I asked you guys to ask me anything you'd like and I'm gonna answer those questions for you guys right now. Let's get right into it. I wrote down your questions on my notebook here and we're just gonna go through them. Starting off, the first one is, what is my age? I was asked this a couple times. I am 26 years old. I am just about to turn 27, so a lot of times I'm like, oh, I'm 27. I'm not quite 27, just to be real with you, but I will be very, very soon. What is your career? I am actually a hairstylist. I have been doing hair for 7 years, I think now. 7, 8, 7, I think 7. And I specialize in blondes and hair extensions. Long story short, I moved from Utah to Illinois and I was going back to Utah to take my clients, and it was just a lot going to see my fiance and then coming back here, and it was just honestly like way too much for me. I made the decision to close my business in Utah and just kind of take a break from work for now. Many of you have been wanting to know this and have been asking me for quite a while, and I have told some of you, when is your wedding date? When am I getting married? I am getting married in September. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be the best day of my life. Where are you moving? My fiance currently lives in Pennsylvania, so I will be moving there very, very shortly. Because of my career situation, it just made sense to go where he was. As of right now, that's where God is leading us, so that's where we'll be. One of my favorite things to do. And then somebody also asked what my hobbies were, so I'm just gonna like put these into one. I love to go on bike rides. I love to go paddleboarding, kayaking, fishing. I love fishing, but I'm also super girly, so I love to just go get coffee, go shopping, go get my nails done, go get my hair done. Like, I'm kind of like very much both. I can do both. I like to be very girly, but I also like to do like more athletic things as well. I love to work out too. If I don't work out, I am not me, just simply. Okay, what kind of music do you like? Because I literally like all different types of music. I don't have like one specific type. You can hear me listen to country, Christian, alternative, musicals, Frank Sinatra. I am all over the place when it comes to music. I love music. I am trying to do a much better job of being very aware of what I let into my head. What goes in comes out, and a lot of music today is trash. We all can relate to this, and I don't want to act that way. So I am being very careful of what I allow into my mind. Zodiac sign. I am a Leo. Let me just say, I know nothing about astrology. I don't know anything about being a Leo. I don't know what it means. I'm not really into like zodiac signs, and I don't know what any of it means. Just being honest. Next one is a good one because I don't think I've ever actually talked about this, and that is how I became a Christian. I grew up in a Christian household. I went to church. I went to Vacation Bible School. My parents, they always allowed us to have a mind for ourselves. I think that really helped keep me in a place where it was my choice if I wanted to be a Christian or not. It was never forced down our throats, but it was always shown as an example. I would consider myself a Christian always, but I think there's different levels of being a believer. I think that you've got people who are kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I think that was me when I was younger. I was still trying to figure it out and understand what believing in God meant, what our religion was about, what faith was, all of that. I knew I believed at a very young age, but I did have a lot of questions. And then as I got older, I honestly kind of just turned away from my faith and kind of lived life, and I never really put God first or did any of that. When I was at my lowest point in my life and I was alone, I had nobody, I really only had God to turn to. I had two choices. I could either go down a really bad path, or I could choose to surrender to God. And It's crazy because there were a lot of times I try to fight my relationship with God, and I think that's what the enemy loves to do, is lead you into temptation. I, again, always kind of believed in God, but I still wasn't quite like fully repenting. I feel like I really became a Christian when I had nobody. God isolates you, and then he kind of gives you a choice, and I chose him. This next question is a two-part question, and it's something that I think a lot of us struggle with, and I think it's something that a lot of you have questions about. Let me first start off by saying I am not a perfect person. I have made a lot of choices in my life that I do regret. It isn't, no regrets. I do have regrets in my life. The question is, are you waiting until marriage? And the answer is yes. When I met my fiance, we had that talk very early on because there was a lot of chemistry between us, and we both made decisions in our past that was not of God. This also leads into the question of how do you deal with temptation? When my fiance and I met, the chemistry between us was like electric. So I have never been as tempted as I am now. It's extremely hard, and it's something that you really have to decide together, so that way when one person's weak, the other person is strong. I really believe that the biggest way to deal with temptation and waiting until marriage is not putting yourself in a situation that would cause you to act on it. I think it's extremely important for women especially to wait until marriage, because I think you get to learn a lot about guys and their intentions, if they really do care about you. I had many men in my past say that that would be okay, and it ended up not being okay, and they left. That is fine. There's the door, This is something that I do want to talk about, and I'm going to make a whole video on this, but my fiance and I are waiting until marriage. Our connection is so strong without it that him and I just say all the time, like, oh my goodness, like when that time comes, our connection is going to be that much stronger and we are going to be so bonded. You really get to learn the mind of the person you're with, and you get to really think clearly when you wait. And I think there's something just so special, and I think it allows for a deeper connection in the long run. I think there's something so wrong with our generation and having the mindset that you need to test it before you marry it. That is such a toxic mentality. How are you going to choose the person you're going to marry based off of that one thing? That to me just makes zero sense. I think you're a lot stronger than you think you are, and if you want to wait till marriage, then do it. You got to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube video. I can't even believe it. What the heck? Please subscribe and let me know what videos you guys want. Message me and let me know. I am going to try to post on here as often as I can, but please have patience with me because your girl is not tech savvy and I am just learning how to work this thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.